Those of you who saw animatic preview or read the interviews are probably already know that scenario what if Sonic Rainbow never happens won't be a headcanon and will become canon in season 5 finale. I also know that Dr. Wolf done the video about this theory a few months ago, but right now it's a bit outdated because based off animatic it's almost guaranteed that main 6 destiny will be different in alternate timeline. Still, some of Dr. Wolf's predictions probably will be the same, but some will definitely be different in the show, so I decided I'll refresh this debate, especially since season 5 will be back soon. Starting off with the easiest one, which is Applejack. In her case, there isn't much that can change from what Dr. Wolf said. She might have tough time, but eventually she would adapt to new life, becoming another higher class resident of Manhattan, who cares only about herself and probably not being as honest as she was. Maybe we might even have the return of Apple Jewel, but still, there is not much that can be done with her. Second easy for me is Pinkie Pie. From what we've seen so far, I have this feeling that before her first party, she was the least loved child in her family, and without Rainbow that stat might hold up. But in the end, she will lead her life on Rock Farm, and because of her close bonds with Maud, there is a chance that eventually they will travel together as rock experts. A bit tougher for me is Twilight. Without that Rainbow, she wouldn't pass her entry test and she wouldn't release her hidden potential. Her decision was to study magic, but she has no idea how great her power is. It's still possible that she will pass the entry test later, but it's also possible that instead she will take advantage of her love of books and magic knowledge to be some sort of magic expert, using her knowledge to find the right spell that is needed. Maybe she will have some sort of shop with magic books, spells and other sorts of magic like artifacts. Maybe she will work in library in magic section. Or maybe she will be the similar person to her human counterpart, but that is still questionable since we're before friendship games and we know very little about human Twilight. Another not easy is Fluttershy. Right before Sonic Rainbow, she found that the beauty of world below clouds, but without it she might not discover she can communicate with animals. In her case, I see two possibilities, all based on most likely scenario that she wouldn't return to Cloudsdale. First is the scenario that she will become a pony helping other animals, maybe vet, maybe some sort of Greenpeace pony or other type of hippie. Second is possibility that she will stay in wild far from other ponies, living as hermit between animals. For me, second scenario is slightly more possible, mainly because her shyness. Rarity is hardest one for me. Without Rainbow, she wouldn't discover that huge rock to which her home brought her is full of gemstones. But I think maybe we'll have another cliché joke formula of switching roles with Applejack, mainly because how different those two are. And maybe because of this border she will abandon her dream of being fashion designer and instead she will be some sort of hard-working type, most likely a farm pony, and Applejack might be the one who cares about fashion and good look, who hates everything that's what's dirty. At least I have this strong feeling that's what will happen in her alternate timeline. Finally, we have Rainbow Dash, the first affected by her own Sonic Rainbow. It's obvious that she will lost the race because she will be bounced off sound barrier. Seeing how she gave up in Daring Don't, that loss might make her decide to never race again to avoid being shamed again, and abandon her dream of being Wonderbolt. But I think, knowing how much she loved racing before Rainbow, most likely she will be training even harder than before to become race pony or some sort of stunt flyer and fulfill her dreams, only avoiding doing Sonic Rainbow again, believing it's just a old ponytail. She might even still hanging out with Gilda, since she probably won't move to Ponyville. Well, those are my predictions, yet as Doctor Who fan and someone who likes time travel concept, I'm perfectly aware of the fact that there are countless of possibilities how Main 6's destiny might change because of butterfly effect. A good example was one of the Doctor Who's episode, Rise of the Cybermen, where Doctor was thrown into alternate timeline where Rose's father succeeded with his small business, becoming a millionaire with huge villa, wife, and Rose as dog instead of daughter. A small detail, but huge impact on their life. In case of Sonic Rainbow, it's not that small detail, because it's definitely not only Main 6 that been defined, but also the destiny of whole Equestria, just not directly. The only thing that we can be sure is, as I said before, their destiny will be more or less different from their current one, and most of all or all of them won't be living in Ponyville, and they won't even know each other, maybe except Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash. Still, there are so many variables that can define their alternate destiny that I can predict it only based on analyzing the character and adding some obvious formulas for that type of story. There's also the problem, what about all the villains, but that is the topic for another video I'll put soon. For now, leave a comment with your predictions and theories about Main 6's destiny in an alternate timeline. Also, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.